back in, shows bunt, pulls back. Another fastball. Finds the zone for a strike. 0-2 count now for Householder. Hawk and West are also due up this inning for the Bulldogs as Householder chops one back to Jalissa Gum. She fires it to first. Is she safe? And she is. She beat out the throw as that one was kind of a blooper to the right hand of Jalissa Gum. She had to run up and get it. Fielded it great and had to fire it over, but just wasn't in time. And the Bulldogs have a runner on with no outs to start things off here in this second inning as Jalissa Gum faces Tori Hawk for the first time. She shows bunt, didn't pull back in time. Say it's a strike. No balls, one strike now for Tori Hawk. She shows bunt again, tries to slap at it. She still went around, didn't pull it back. Quick 0-2 count now on Tori Hawk. Runners on, she's a 279 hitter overall, a 268 hitter. 40 hits, 33 runs, 34 RBIs, 8 doubles. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one's a fastball high. Didn't show bunt that time. 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Hawk with Householder on first with no outs. Gum will step to the circle. She gets the sign from her catcher, Knowles. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Shot foul. She's out. Janie Knowles caught it on the 3rd strike. 1 away now in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Jalissa Gum gets her 2nd strikeout of the day. And Miranda West, 3rd baseman this afternoon for the Bulldogs. A left-handed hitter will step in now. Here's the first pitch from Gum. She shows bunt but pulls back, but it's a strike. 0-1 count now on West. West, a 265 hitter, 222 hitter with runners on. 30 hits, 23 runs, 11 RBIs, 7 doubles as she waits the 0-1 pitch. That one's outside for a ball. 1-1 count now for West in the on-deck circle for the Bulldogs. Sydney Kirk, the first baseman, as Jalissa Gum gets the sign and delivers the 1-1 pitch to West. Shows bunt, pulls back, but it's a strike once again. Good pitch by Jalissa. Count moves to 1-2 now for Miranda West. Householder on first. Each team has 1 hit on the scoreboard apiece as Jalissa Gum delivers the 1-2 pitch. That one swung on and missed. That's going to do it for Miranda West. 3rd strikeout of the day for Jalissa Gum. Adding to that single season GAC strikeout record she broke yesterday. There's now 2 outs here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. As a swing and a miss for a first strike by Sydney Kirk. No balls, 1 strike now on her with Householder still on first base as Jalissa Gum gets the sign from her catcher, Knowles. Kirk shows bunt, pulls back. Good looking fastball high as Knowles fires down to Goodnight at first to keep the runner honest over there. She gets back as she dives head first back to first base. Stand up safe. Count is now 1 ball, 1 strike now for Sydney Kirk as Gum gets the sign and delivers another pitch. That one's hit foul over the SWOSU visiting stance. 1 ball, 2 strikes now for the right-handed hitter in Kirk. Jalissa Gum gets the sign. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one's turned on, chopped foul. Count will stay at 1-2 with 2 outs. Wind still picking up here at Chartwell's. Blowing towards home plate. Hasn't really been a factor yet for batters as Jalissa Gum delivers the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Jalissa Gum gets another strikeout, and that's going to do it for SWOSU here in the 2nd inning. No runs, no hits, or 1 hit rather actually on the scoreboard there for SWOSU here. As we move to the bottom of the 2nd inning, still scoreless. This is Golden Sun softball. Still scoreless as we move to the bottom of the second inning. Ashton Sangster due to lead things off here for the Golden Suns. Should be followed by the right fielder, Kara Toller, and then the left fielder, Bailey Schaefer. Sangster, a freshman, batting .269. One of two freshmen in the starting lineup today for the Golden Suns. The right-handed hitter will step in and face Haney for the first time. Here's the first pitch to her, a fastball inside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes now for Ashton Sangster. Leading off, Sangster is a .425 hitter, so somebody you want at the plate if you are Coach Christina McSweeney and the Golden Suns. The fastball is in the dirt for the second ball of the at-bat. 2 balls, no strikes now for Ashton Sangster. Fastball gets away from the catcher, Trotter. 3 balls, no strikes now for Ashton Sangster. So we can imagine she'll see what Haney gives her here on this 3-0 pitch. She steps in, gets the sign. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Doesn't swing, watches a strike go by. 3-1 count now for Sangster. Sangster steps in, Haney gets the sign, and here's the 3-1 pitch. That swung on and missed. A good off-speed pitch from Haney. Changeup just dove right under the bat of Sangster, and the count is full now at 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch to Sangster. That one's hit to the shortstop. Pops off her glove. Sangster will be safe at first, as the shortstop Householder, not a routine play, had to come over and try and backhand it a little closer to third base, as West had to dive for it as it was out of her reach. It kind of split the two between third and shortstop. The wind is really picking up here at the ballpark. Kara Toller, the left-handed hitter, right fielder on the afternoon, steps in. She shows bunt, pulls back. Sangster has to dive to first. It gets past the first baseman, Kirk. Sangster will get up, round second, thinks about third, dives back to second. She'll be safe on the error. And with a 1-0 count for Kara Toller, the Golden Suns have Ashton Sangster in scoring position. Bailey Schaefer waits in the on-deck circle for the Suns as Toller steps back in. Haney gets the sign, and here's the 1-0 pitch. Watches a fastball go outside on the opposite batter's box for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes now for Kara Toller. Sangster still on second. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Toller. That one's hit to center field. Believe that's Hawk. Comes up, makes the catch. There's one away now. Sangster stays on second as the left fielder, Bailey Schaefer, will step to the plate for the first time this afternoon for the Golden Suns. Schaefer, a .237 hitter, 14 hits, responsible for 4 runs, 6 RBIs on the season for the Golden Suns. She watches a ball go outside, moves her count to 1 ball, no strikes, with 1 away and Ashton Sangster on second base for Arkansas Tech. Sangster will go to third. They're going to say she got her. She dives head first. The Golden Suns trying to be aggressive. Good throw from Trotter behind the plate to gun her down to West. It's going to be the second out of the inning as Schaefer now has a 1-1 count, as that pitch was a strike before the throwdown. Here's the 1-1 pitch. She turns on that one, foul down the third base line. 1 ball, 2 strikes now for Bailey Schaefer. Sydney Henson waits in the on-deck circle for the Golden Suns as Schaefer steps in. Haney gets the sign, and here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. That's going to do it for Arkansas Tech in the second inning. No runs off 1 hit, 1 error. Nobody left on base. We played 2 full innings, still scoreless as we move to the top of the third. This is Golden Sun softball. Top of the third inning, still scoreless here at the Chartwells Women's Sports Complex. Patrick Camerling, glad to have you here with us on Carve, Russell, Villanola, and also on ArkansasTechSports.com on this overcast day at the ballpark. Lights are on here at Chartwells, trying to squeeze some games in. Didn't think we'd actually get to play today as the forecast said otherwise, but the rain is held off as it does look kind of nasty to our west. The radar indicates why. A lot of storms hitting the Fort Smith area. Trying to squeeze some games in here before as Jalissa Gum delivers a first pitch ball outside to Bailey King, who's leading things off here for the Bulldogs. Trotter due up next, followed by Shade. She turns on a fastball, pops it up. Sangster calls off goodnight from second, comes over, makes the catch. There's one away here in the top of the third inning. Good play by Sangster, using her speed to come over and make the play. Abigail Shoddy, a senior, batting .379 on the season, team high for the Bulldogs. Shows bunt, a left-handed hitter, but she pulls back, tries to run up and slap at it, but holds off as the pitch from Gum is outside for a ball. 1-0 count now for Shoddy. One ball, no strikes, one out as Shoddy steps back in. Gum gets the sign. Here's the pitch. That one's outside once again, says she didn't go around on it. 2 balls, no strikes now. And the count for Shoddy. She turns on a fastball. That one goes out of play. First strike of the at-bat for her. 2-1 count now. Wind pushing hard to left field as the cold front starts to move our way. As Jalissa Gum delivers the 2-1 pitch. Moves the count to 3-1. Three balls, one strike as she pops it up out of play for the second strike of the at-bat. Full count now at 3-2. Gum gets the sign from her catcher, Knowles, delivers the payoff pitch. Hit to Coronado at short, fires it over to Goodnight for a 6-3 putout and the second out of the inning. Good play by Coronado. That was a shot off the bat of Shoddy. And there's now 2 away as Miranda McDonald will step to the plate for the second time this afternoon. First pitch to her is a ball outside. 1 ball, no strikes now for her. Left-handed hitter. .312 hitter as she watches another pitch go outside for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes now for McDonald. Gum gets the sign. Here's the pitch. That one's chopped foul off the mask of the umpire behind home plate for the first strike. 2 balls, 1 strike now on McDonald in her last appearance. Was out on a 5-4 putout. The left-handed hitter steps back in. Gum gets the sign from Knowles. Here's the pitch. That one's a little low and inside, they'll say, for the third ball of the at-bat. 3 balls, 1 strike now. Gum gets the sign, and here's the 3-1 pitch. Chops that one foul into the net behind home plate. Count will move to full at 3-2 with 2 outs. And nobody on here in the third inning for SWOSU. Three balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Gum. Chopped foul into the net. McDonald trying to survive at the plate. She'll get another chance. She steps back in, awaiting another 3-2 pitch from Gum. Gum gets the sign from Knowles. Here's the pitch. That one's hit to foul territory down the left field line. Schaefer tried to come up and make the play, couldn't get there in time. McDonald will come back to the plate for another 3-2 pitch. Here's another pitch from Gum. That one's in there for strike three. Got her looking, found the outside part of the plate, a good looking fastball. And that's going to do it for SWOSU here in the third inning. We move to the bottom of the third inning, still scoreless. You're listening to Golden Sun Softball. Bottom of the third inning, still scoreless here at the Chartwells Women's Sports Complex. Patrick Camerling here on Carve, Russell, Villanova, and also on ArkansasTechSports.com. Glad to have you here with us as Sydney Henson, the sophomore from Greenwood, will lead things off here in the third inning for the Golden Suns. Henson, .359 hitter this season for Arkansas Tech, a team high. Left-handed hitter will step in and face Haney for the first time as she gets the sign. First pitch swing into the shortstop Householder, fires it over to Kirk at first, and that's going to do it. One pitch, one out on a 6-3 putout. There's one away here in the third inning for Arkansas Tech as we move back to the top of the lineup here with Gabby Vasquez, third baseman this afternoon. Her last appearance grounded out to second base, and Bailey King. First pitch from Haney is delivered to her for a strike on the outside part of the plate. Good looking fastball there. 0-1 count for Vasquez. Left-handed hitter steps back in, shows bunt, but will pull back. Here's another fastball. That one finds the zone right down the middle. For strike two, 0-2 count now on Vasquez. She steps back in, shows bunt once again. As Haney gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Good patience there that time as that off-speed pitch was a little high and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Vasquez as Haney gets the sign. Here's the pitch. She turns on that one, but hits it foul down the third base line. Count will stay at 1-2 with 1 out. Here's a 1-2 pitch from Haney to Vasquez. All-speed pitch inside for ball 2, evens it up at 2-2. Sarah Coronado waits in the on-deck circle as Vasquez steps in. Here's another pitch, an off-speed pitch, high and outside. Good eye there by Gabby Vasquez. Count is now full at 3-2 as Haney gets the sign. Delivers the payoff pitch. That one's inside. Gabby Vasquez will take first base. She battles back from it being down in an 0-2 count. And with 1 out, the Golden Suns have life as Sarah Coronado, a right-handed hitter, steps in for the second time this afternoon. She's the shortstop. First pitch from Haney is turned on and hit to center field. Hawk is there to make the catch. As Gabby Vasquez trots back to first base, there's 2 away now as the big bat of Megan Goodnight will step to the plate. First baseman on the afternoon. Was walked in her last appearance, .347 hitter. .351 hitter with 2 outs. 66 hits, 26 runs on the season, 36 RBIs. First pitch from Haney to her in this at-bat. It's outside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes now. Gabby Vasquez on first base. Goodnight steps in. Haney gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Outside for another ball. 2-0 is the count now for Goodnight. Vasquez just 1 for 2 in stolen base attempts with 2 outs. See if the Golden Suns are aggressive here. Haney gets the sign, delivers the pitch to Goodnight. Trotter fires it back to Kirk at first to keep Vasquez on. She gets back safely. As the count moves to 3-0 for Megan Goodnight. Goodnight steps in, 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. That one's in there for a strike. No need to swing on that one, though. 3 balls, 1 strike now for Goodnight. Jalissa Gum waits in the on-deck circle for the Golden Suns as Haney gets the sign and delivers the 3-1 pitch. That one's hit to Householder at short. She'll fire it to Kirk at first. And that's going to do it for Arkansas Tech in this inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 Golden Sun and Gabby Vasquez stranded. We move to the top of the 4th inning, still scoreless. You're listening to Golden Sun Softball. We've played 3 full innings. As we move to the top of the 4th inning, quick scoring update from across campus at Tech Field. The Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys in action with an early start this morning of 10 a.m., leading the Harding Bisons 12-5 in the bottom of the 8th inning. The bats have been hot over at Tech Field today as a couple of home runs by Zach Klakowski is in part to that. Score is now actually 13-5 as we're talking about it. So it looks as if the Wonder Boys, unless something drastic happens, will claim the series over the Harding Bisons and put themselves in a good position moving in to the Great American Conference Tournament starting next weekend. Here in the 4th inning, leading off for the Bulldogs is Bowler. Bowler in her first at-bat was walked, designated hitter this afternoon. The 1-0 pitch is turned on, popped to Sangster at second as she comes over to shallow right field to make the catch, and there's 1 away here in the 4th inning. Good play by Sangster. Second time she's had to run over and do that in this ball game. And that's going to bring up the pitcher, Taya Haney. Haney struck out looking in her last appearance. 47 hits, 13 runs, 32 RBIs for Haney as she swings on a first pitch and pops it to right field. Sangster goes back, makes the catch for the second time. And just like that, there's 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Sangster had to backpedal to shallow right field and made a great play. As the shortstop Householder will step in. She singled in her first appearance, .315 hitter. Turns on a first pitch and gives it a ride to deep left field. It's going to be out of play, but if that had just been a little more right, that would have been some trouble. She turned on an off-speed pitch from Jalissa Gum and gave it a ride as she steps back in and awaits an 0-1 pitch from Gum. She shows bunt. We'll pull back. Here's the pitch. Good-looking fastball from Jalissa Gum in there for a strike. 0-2 count now on Householder. With 2 outs, she's a .343 hitter, so not a bad person to have at the plate if you are the Bulldogs. She steps in. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one's turned on and finds the gap between Sangster and the second base. It'll get to right center field. She'll around first. Slides into second. She's safe. And a 2-out double for Householder gives the Bulldogs life here in the 4th inning. Tori Hawk, the center fielder, will step to the plate for the 2nd time this afternoon. Struck out in her last appearance, 267 hitter with runners on, a 276 hitter, but with 2 outs, batting .314. Right-handed hitter, shows bump, it will pull back, swings on a fastball and misses. Jalissa Gum blew it by her. No balls, 1 strike now on Tori Hawk. Gum steps to the circle, gets the sign from her catcher Knowles, and delivers the pitch. That one swung on and missed once again, another fastball. No balls, 2 strikes on Tori Hawk with 2 outs. Householder still on second after that double. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Gum, here's the pitch. Just a bit outside. They're going to say it's a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Tori Hawk. Gum gets the sign. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one's swung on and missed. Jalissa Gum gets her 6th strikeout of the day, and that's going to do it for SWOSU here in the 4th inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 Bulldog in Householder left on base. We were at the bottom of the 4th inning, still scoreless. You're listening to Golden Sun Softball. Bottom of the 4th inning here at the Chartwells Women's Sports Complex. Jalissa Gum followed by Janie Knowles and Ashton Sangster, all due up here for the Golden Suns. Jalissa Gum in her last appearance singled to left field. Trying to do some of the same here as we're still scoreless. Haney delivers an off-speed pitch. Forces Gum to swing on it for the 1st strike. 0-1 count now on Gum as an off-speed pitch is outside for a ball. 1-1 count now for Jalissa Gum. Gum, a right-handed hitter, 305 hitter on the season, 54 hits, 31 runs rather. As Haney delivers a fastball high and outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike now for Jalissa Gum. Haney gets the sign. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Gum. Off-speed pitch gets away from her outside. Trotter had to jump over and grab it before it hit the backstop. 3 balls, 1 strike now for Jalissa Gum. Here's the 3-1 pitch. She turns on that one, and Householder's there to field it. 6-3 over to Kirk. Did she stay on the bag? They're going to say she did as she had to stretch out and reach for it. She records the out, and there's 1 away as Jalissa Gum's retired. Brings up Janie Knowles, the catcher this afternoon for Arkansas Tech. Grounded out to Haney in the circle. 277 hitter is Knowles. Right-handed hitter, she steps in, will face Haney for the 2nd time this afternoon. Here's the pitch from Haney. Good looking fastball right down the middle for a strike. No balls, 1 strike now for Janie Knowles. Ashton Sangster steps into the on-deck circle for the Golden Suns as Haney gets the sign from her catcher Trotter. Off-speed pitch gets away from her all the way in the other batter's box from Janie Knowles. 1 ball, 1 strike now is the count. Knowles steps in. Haney gets the sign, and here's the pitch. That one's turned on and popped up to left field. McDonald is there, makes the catch, and there is 2 away now in the 4th inning for the Golden Suns as the second baseman, Sangster, steps to the plate for the second time this afternoon. Sangster been busy in the field. Recorded a couple of outs. Singled in her last appearance, 1 for 1 on the afternoon. 274 hitter, and a right-handed hitter steps in and turns on a first pitch. Householder backhands it, fires over to Kirk at first. Did she get her? She did not. Sangster uses her speed. And with 2 outs, the Golden Suns have life as the right fielder, Kara Toller, will step to the plate for her second at-bat. Toller flew out to hawk in center field in her first at-bat as she watches a fastball find the left side of the plate. For strike 1, 0 count on Toller. Toller, a left-handed hitter, hitting .269 on the season. Haney delivers an 0-1 pitch, an off-speed pitch dives out of the zone for a ball. 1-1 count now for Kara Toller. Toller turns on a fastball, chops it right to Kirk at first base. She snags it, touches first base, and that's going to do it for Arkansas Tech. No runs off 1 hit, no errors, and 1 Golden Sun left on base as Kara Toller is put out on a fielder's choice. We're still scoreless after playing 4 full innings. We move to the top of the 5th. Don't go anywhere. This is Golden Sun softball. We've played 4 full innings here at the Chartwells Women's Sports Complex as the Arkansas Tech Golden Suns take on the SWOSU Bulldogs in Game 3 of a 4-game series here this week in the final regular season series for both teams. Leading off will be Miranda West for the Bulldogs, followed by Sydney Kirk and Bailey King. West struck out in her last appearance, a .263 hitter on the season, responsible for 30 hits, 23 runs, 11 RBIs. 7 doubles, 1 home run. Leading off, she's a .483 hitter, so definitely somebody you want at the plate if you are SWOSU. It's the weather here at Chartwells. The wind picking up significantly. The lights are on. As Jalissa Gum delivers a first pitch ball high in the zone as a fastball. 1-0 count now for West as Gum gets the sign, and here's the pitch. Watches it go outside. Two balls, no strikes now for West as Gum gets the sign. Here's the pitch. That one's in there for a strike. Good looking fastball on the inside part of the plate to West. The count moves to 2-1 with no outs. Here in the top of the 5th for SWOSU. Here's the pitch from Gum. Swung on and missed. 2-2 count now. Blew a fastball by her. West will step back in. Gum will get the sign. And here's the 2-2 pitch. Thought about it, but held up as that one was high in the zone. Good eye there by West. Count moves to full at 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That one swung on and missed. Jalissa Gum gets her 7th strikeout of the day. scores the first out of this 5th inning on SWOSU. As Sydney Kirk, the first baseman, junior, steps to the plate for the second time this afternoon. Struck out in her last appearance as she watches a strike go by for the first strike of the at-bat. No balls, 1 strike now for Kirk. .317 hitter on the season. Shows bunt but pulls back. Here's another pitch from Gum. That one's outside for a ball. 1-1 count now with 1 out. On Kirk. Gum gets a sign from the catcher Knowles. Here's the pitch. High and outside. For ball 2. 2-1 count now with 1 out. Bailey King awaits in the on-deck circle for the Bulldogs. As Kirk steps in, here's another pitch from Jalissa Gum. That one's low for ball 3. 3-1 count now. Three balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch from Gum. High and inside, they'll say it's a ball. Kirk will take first base, and with 1 out, the Bulldogs have a runner on in Sydney Kirk. As the second baseman, Bailey King, will step to the plate as the SWOSU coach is speaking to the home plate umpire, maybe making some changes here. I believe we're going to have a pinch runner at first base. Looks to be Kennedy Jackson, a senior. Pinch running for Kirk. Trying to get some speed on the bases if you are the Bulldogs with 1 out. Trying to be aggressive here as King shows bunt and pulls back, rightfully so, as that one's high for a ball. 1-0 count now on King. .224 hitter on the season is King as Gum delivers the 1-0 pitch for a strike, a good-looking fastball right down the middle of the plate. Evens the count up at 1-1. Runners on. King is a .217 hitter. 19 hits, 7 runs on the season. As the 1-1 pitch is delivered to her inside for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike now on Bailey King. Jackson at first, 5 stolen bases. As King turns on a fastball, pops it up. Goodnight comes up, makes the catch. In foul territory for the second out. Here in the 5th inning now. As we move back to the top of the order, Abigail Shoddy, a senior, steps to the plate for the 3rd time this afternoon. Grounded out to Coronado at shortstop in both of those appearances as Gum delivers a fastball outside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes now with 2 outs. Team high .373 hitter is Shoddy, batting .455 with 2 outs. As she chops 1 foul out of play over the home stands, even the count up at 1-1. Shoddy, a left-handed hitter. 47 hits, 19 runs, 13 RBIs on the season. Shows bunt. Will pull back and slap at the 1-1 pitch. Pops it up to Vasquez at third. She's there, makes the catch, and that's going to do it for SWOSU in the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 Bulldog left on base as we move to the bottom of the 5th inning. Still scoreless. Let's see if the Golden Suns can get some runs on the board. Don't go anywhere. This is Arkansas Tech softball. Bottom of the fifth inning here at the Chartwells Women's Sports Complex. Arkansas Tech taking on the SWOSU Bulldogs in Game 3 of this 4-game series as we are fighting the weather here. A little overcast, the lights are on, wind really picking up. Some inclement weather is expected. We're just shocked we're playing this afternoon as the forecast said otherwise, but the rain held off. We're able to squeeze in hopefully the final 2 games, at least this one thus far. Patrick Camerling here on Carve, Russell Villanola, glad to have you here with us, as well as on ArkansasTechSports.com for those of you following along on the live feed. Due up here for Arkansas Tech. In the bottom of this 5th inning, Bailey Schaefer will lead things off as it looks like there may be some changes being made as Coach Whitney Robinson is speaking with the home plate umpire, Sydney Henson. Will follow Schaefer, and then we'll move back to the top of the lineup in Gabby Vasquez. Looks like we're going to have some changes. Some offensive changes. On which side of the ball, that's yet to be determined. We'll have that for you in just a moment once we get some confirmation there. But nonetheless, Bailey Schaefer will lead things off. Ty Haney will stay in the ball game. She's at 59 pitches on the day. Faced 16 batters, pitched 4 innings. She delivers an off-speed pitch for a strike to Bailey Schaefer for the first pitch of the 5th inning. 0-1 count now on Bailey Schaefer. Right-handed hitter. 233 on the season. Watches a fastball go outside on the opposite batter's box for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike now on Bailey Schaefer. Haney gets the sign, delivers an off-speed pitch, and forces Schaefer to swing on it. Kind of undercut that one. The count will move to 1-2 for her. Haney gets the sign. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Schaefer. She turns on that one, foul in the Arkansas Tech dugout. Need to look live down there. That's happened a couple of times this afternoon. Schaefer will step back in now. Haney will get the sign from catcher Trotter. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Turned on that one. Foul into the press box area. 1 ball, 2 strikes will remain on the board for Bailey Schaefer as Haney steps to the circle, gets the sign in. Here's the pitch. Turned on that one, but foul. A little early on that one was Schaefer. Leading off, Schaefer is a .412 hitter. Definitely somebody you want to the plate if you are Coach Christina McSweeney in this situation. She swings and misses on that one for strike 3. Actually, they're going to say she got a piece of that one, chopped it foul. Rather, so she'll get another chance at the plate here. 1 ball, 2 strikes will remain. As Haney gets the sign, here's the pitch. That one's turned on, chopped foul. One ball, 2 strikes now for Schaefer. Here's the pitch. That one's inside for ball 2. Evens the count up at 2-2 now. Still no outs on the board here in the bottom of the 5th. Tech has 3 hits on the board with no errors. SWOSU with 2 hits and 1 error as Haney delivers a pitch. Schaefer puts that one in play, fumbled by the third baseman. She's going to be safe at first. That was Miranda West at third. We actually had a defensive change at third. Try and see who that was, as we're going to have a pinch runner. And Alex Bollinger replacing Bailey Schaefer at first. Going to get some speed on the bases here with no outs and try and get a run or 2 on the board here. Take advantage of the opportunity as another speedster steps to the plate for the Golden Suns. A left-handed hitter and a sophomore from Greenwood, Sydney Henson, returning in this series after being cleared after suffering a forearm injury earlier this season in the Henderson State Series. She'll step in for the second time this afternoon. Last appearance grounded out to Householder at short. She watches a fastball go outside in the opposite batter's box for a ball. 1-0 count now. As Trotter pops up and stares down Bollinger at first to keep her honest over there at first. Here's the 1-0 pitch, shows bunt. Outside, Henson pulls back in time. 2 balls, no strikes now on Henson. Bollinger has a lot of speed at first, but only 1 stolen base on the season. Hasn't been caught stealing. That's a 2-0 pitch delivered to Henson. She gets that bunt down, but it's going to roll foul. Showing off her speed as she gets to first very quickly, but will have to come back and face Haney with a 2-1 count. Two balls, 1 strike on Henson, no outs. Alex Bollinger on first base. First and third base. Players for Swasu playing very far in as she shows bunt. She's going to get this one down. A great bunt. She fires to first. Is she safe? She does as it gets past Kirk. Bollinger will round second, go to third. Sydney Henson will get to second. And with no outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning, the Golden Suns have 2 runners in scoring position. The speed on the base is paying off there for Arkansas Tech. As we move back to the top of the lineup in Gabby Vasquez for her 3rd at-bat of the afternoon. Vasquez has been hitting great as of late. She'll step in. A left-handed hitter, shows bunt, but will pull back. I'll watch an off-speed pitch go outside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes now. With no outs and 2 runners, and Sydney Henson and Alex Bollinger in scoring position as Haney gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Off-speed pitch finds the zone for a strike. Good-looking change up there from Haney. Evens the count up at 1-1. Vasquez was walked in her last appearance, grounded out in her first appearance to Bailey King at second base as she turns on a fastball, pops it in foul territory out of play into the batting cages behind the Arkansas Tech dugout. Vasquez, a .247 hitter on the season, .257 with runners on. Will step in once again. Face a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch from Haney. She turns on that one right back at her. She snags it. The runners get back quick and are safe. That's the first out of the inning. A great catch by Taya Haney in the circle. She just kind of delivered the pitch, and it was a shot from Vasquez right back at her. Just put her glove up in front of her face and snagged it. As Sarah Coronado, the shortstop, will step in once again, the right-handed hitter. Facing Haney for the 3rd time this afternoon. Swings and misses on an off-speed pitch for the first strike. No balls, 1 strike now on Coronado. Henson and Bollinger still on second and third base respectively. The wind really starting to pick up here at the ballpark. Here's the 0-1 pitch. As Coronado watches it go outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike now with 1 out. Coronado flew out to hawk in center field in her last appearance. .240 hitter on the season is Coronado with runners on, batting .267. As Haney gets the sign from the catcher, Trotter, and delivers the 1-1 pitch to Coronado. That's high. Had to jump up and grab that before it got to the backstop. Moves the count to 2-1 now for Sarah Coronado. Making good night. Waits in the on-deck circle for the Golden Suns. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Haney. Off-speed pitch, dives out of the zone for another ball. 3 balls, 1 strike now in favor of Sarah Coronado. Kirk at first is really playing up. As no telling if Coronado may bunt or not as she swings on a fastball, but it's foul. She'd just been a little bit more patient on that one. It could have been in play. That was a shot down the left field line, found the corner. Moves the count to full at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 runners on in scoring position. Here's the payoff pitch, turned on down the left field line, but foul. And Coronado will await another 3-2 pitch from Taya Haney. Haney gets the sign. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Inside for a ball. Coronado will trot down to first, and the bases are loaded with 1 out. And the big bat of Megan Goodnight stepping to the plate. Still scoreless here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Megan Goodnight grounded out to Householder at shortstop, walked in her first appearance, but she's a .346 hitter. Never been in a situation with the bases loaded, though, this season. With runners on, though, batting .378, so definitely somebody you want at the plate in this situation. She's hit 8 home runs this season, so the potential is there. Here's the first pitch to her. An off-speed pitch high in the zone for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes now on Goodnight. Jalissa Gum steps into the on-deck circle for the Golden Suns. Here's the pitch to Goodnight. That's going to find the gap between the shortstop Householder. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score as they get it into the plate. As Hinson slides in, the Golden Suns take a 2-0 lead as Megan Goodnight gets a stand-up 2-run RBI. And the Golden Suns will keep 2 runners in scoring position as Jalissa Gum steps to the plate, trying to take advantage and add to this lead here. She's got the speed of Coronado at third and Megan Goodnight at second. Here's the first pitch to Gum. That's inside. For a ball, 1 ball, no strikes, now 1 out for Jalissa Gum here. Janie Knowles is on the on-deck circle for the Golden Suns. Here's the pitch to Gum in the dirt once again. Ball 2, 2 balls, no strikes. Haney gets the sign. Here's the 2-0 pitch outside in the opposite batter's box from Jalissa Gum, right-handed hitter. 3 balls, no strikes now for Jalissa Gum. Haney gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Off-speed pitch finds the right side of the plate for a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike now on Jalissa Gum. Good-looking changeup there from Taya Haney. She gets the sign, delivers the 3-1 pitch. That's inside. They're going to call time. I believe that actually hit Jalissa Gum, and she will trot down to first base. And once again, the bases are loaded with 1 out.
Next, the catcher, number 22.
As Janie Knowles will step to the plate. As she turns on a fastball, just foul down the right field line. Good hit there by Knowles, just couldn't get there in time. The count moves to 0-1 for her, with the bases loaded. Ashton Sangster in the on-deck circle. Haney gets the sign, delivers the 0-1 pitch. Turns on that one and gives it to a ride, but to the parking lot. And that moves the count to 0-2 for Janie Knowles. Knowles, a .275 hitter on the season. Waits the 0-2 pitch. That's outside and low from Haney for the first ball of the at-bat. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. With the bases loaded, Janie Knowles is batting .500 on the season. As Haney gets the sign, delivers the 1-2 pitch. She turns on that, finds the gap between Holder and the second base. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score. Jalissa Gum slides into third. She's safe under the tag. Janie Knowles will take second, and with 1 out, the Golden Suns add 2 more runs to the lead, and it is now 4-0 here at the Chartwells Women's Sports Complex. Before Ashton Sangster takes her at-bat, there'll be a meeting in the circle between the SWOSU defense and their pitcher, and Taya Haney. The Golden Suns have had a big inning thus far here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Really took advantage of a good opportunity early on and haven't looked back since. Ashton Sangster having a great day at the plate, though. She's singled in both of her appearances, .278 hitter on the season. 44 hits, 27 runs, 16 RBIs. 10 doubles, 1 triple, and 2 home runs. Looks like we'll have a pinch runner on second base for Janie Knowles. It's going to be Maddie Withrow. Withrow, freshman on this Arkansas Tech squad, comes in certain situations, and this is one of them. A lot of freshmen that show a lot of potential on this team here in the future for Coach Christina McSweeney. As Sangster will step in and await the first pitch from Haney of this at-bat and face her for the 3rd time this afternoon. Haney gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Sangster. Low and out of the zone for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes now on Sangster. Withrow on second. Jalissa Gum on third base. Kara Toller in the on-deck circle. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Sangster. High and inside for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes now on Sangster, and the right-handed hitter. Here's the sign and the pitch. An off-speed pitch finds the zone. Right side part of the plate. Good-looking changeup from Haney. Makes the count 2-1 now for Sangster. 2 balls, 1 strike. She turns on that one and gives it a ride to left field. The left fielder comes up, makes the catch. Jalissa Gum thinks about tagging, but goes back in time. And there's 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And that's Miranda McDonald in left field coming up and making the catch for the Bulldogs. That win, you can see, played a factor there as it's pushing straight into home plate and just kind of knocked down that hit by Sangster there. First time we've really seen that today. Nothing's really going to get out of here as heavy as this wind is. It's pushing upwards of about, I would say, 15, 20 miles an hour as Kara Toller knocks one down. Bang, bang play at first, but she's out. A 5-3 putout's going to do it for Arkansas Tech in the 5th, but not before they score 4 runs off 3 hits, 2 errors, and they leave 2 stranded as we've played 5 full innings, moving to the top of the 6th. You're listening to Golden Sun Softball. Welcome back to the Chartwells Women's Sports Complex. We've played 5 full innings here in the top of the 6th inning. Patrick Kamerling, glad to have you here with us on KARV, K-A-R-V, Russellville, Inola, and also on ArkansasTechSports.com. In Game 3 of this 4-game series, as long as we can get it in. I'm looking at the radar here, as we've had some inclement weather. Didn't even think we'd be playing this afternoon, and looks like some storms are starting to move into the area. We'll keep you updated as that happens to see if we'll get to continue play or not. But here in the top of the 6th inning, leading things off for SWOSU, after the SWOSU coach makes some changes, looks to be Miranda McDonald, the left fielder. Talking things over is Christina McSweeney with the umpire. I believe they saw lightning, and they're going to have to send the teams into the dugout at that point. As I said, the Storms were moving in, and the prediction was right, as both teams now are going to head to a safe area, as well as all of the spectators. And when lightning strikes here, you have to have a 30-minute break in between each strike. So the clock started the second they saw that lightning strike, so now we're on the clock for a 30-minute delay. And if they see another lightning strike, the clock will start over no matter how far into that one you are, so it'll be another 30-minute delay. So looks like we'll break for that time here, and we will come back, weather pending, to see if we get to continue this afternoon's games. But we thank you for joining us thus far. Currently here in the top of the sixth inning, we didn't even get to start it. Arkansas Tech leads 4-0 over the SWOSU Bulldogs, and this is Golden Sun Softball on Carve, Russell Villanola, and ArkansasTechSports.com. on ArkansasTechSports.com. Currently, the Bulldogs off to a strong start here. Miranda McDonald got things started here in the top of the 6th inning, and then just Paige Bowler hit a single to left center field. So with no outs, the Bulldogs have runners at the corners in Miranda McDonald and also Paige Bowler. Arkansas Tech currently leads this game 4-0 after scoring 4 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning. Make a good night single to left center field. Advanced to second on a throw, a 2 RBI. Sarah Coronado advanced to third. Henson scored, and Bollinger scored with an unearned run. Janie Knowles followed things up with that by singling up the middle, advanced to second on the throw. As Jalissa Gum advanced to third, making good night scored, as well as Sarah Coronado to get our score at 4-0. Taya Haney, the pitcher, will step to the plate now for SWOSU. In her last appearance before the lightning delay, she popped out to Sangster at second, but playing second now. She watches a fastball go outside of the zone for ball 2 of her at-bat. 2 balls, no strikes, no outs, runners at the corners. Jalissa Gum still in the circle for the Golden Suns here. 7 strikeouts on the day thus far. She delivers a fastball that's popped foul behind home plate for the first strike of the at-bat. 2 balls, 1 strike now on Taya Haney. Storms all around the Russellville area trying to squeeze in the end of this ball game here, as we were able to go 30 minutes without seeing lightning as Haney turns on a fastball but pops it foul into the net. Two balls, 2 strikes now for Haney. Gum gets the sign. Here's the pitch. She turns on that one, pops it foul once again. The count will stay at 2-2 for Haney. Haney, a .338 hitter. Shows bunt as she steps in but pulls back. Turns on a fastball. Jalissa Gum gloves it, fires it to goodnight at first to record the first out, but not before Bowler advances to second. McDonald will stay at third, and the Bulldogs with 1 out have 2 runners in scoring position as Samantha Householder, the shortstop, steps to the plate. She swings and misses on a fastball from Jalissa Gum. A 1 count on her, and Householder 2 for 2 on the afternoon, singled in her first appearance. Doubled to right center field in her last. So having a good day at the plate thus far. Also a good day in the field defensively. She shows bunt, pulls back, watches a fastball go outside for a ball. Evens the count up at 1-1. Householder steps in. Gum gets the sign from the catcher, Janie Knowles. And here's the 1-1 pitch. Turns on that one, gives it a ride to left field. Vasquez is there. She fires it into Bollinger at third, but McDonald will come in and score. And the Arkansas Tech lead is cut to 3 as the score is now 4-1. Defensively, Bollinger at third, Vasquez in left field. Henson will stay in center field, Toller in right field. Coronado at shortstop. Sangster at second, goodnight at first, Jalissa Gum in the circle. And Janie Knowles behind the plate. As Tori Hawk steps to the plate. Struck out in both of her appearances today. She chops a fastball foul into the net behind home plate. 0-1 count for her. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one's a strike. Quick 0-2 count. Good looking fastball on the outside part of the plate from Jalissa Gum. As Hawk steps in, the right-handed hitter. And waits the 0-2 pitch. Gum gets the sign. And here's the pitch. Tried to make her chase, wouldn't do it. Good patience by Hawk. Fastball outside for ball one. 1-2 strikes now with 2 outs. Totris on second base. She came in and pinch ran earlier on. Hawk swings and misses on another fastball. Kind of undercut that one. That goes into the net behind home plate. Keeps the count at 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Gum gets the sign as Hawk steps in, and here's the pitch. Turned on to Gum in the circle. She bounces off her glove to Sangster at second to Goodnight, and they're going to say she was safe. It was a bang-bang play at first as Goodnight stretched out to grab it. The Golden Suns thought they may have gotten a good out there, but nonetheless, Hawk is safe at first. Totris advances to third, and the Bulldogs have runners at the corners with 2 outs, trailing by 3. As a first pitch strike is delivered to Allison Gafford, the designated hitter who has just checked in after the lightning delay. 0-1 count for her. Here's the pitch from Gum. That swung on and missed. 0-2 count now on Gafford as Gum blows a fastball by her. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runners at the corners as Gum delivers the 0-2 pitch. That's chopped foul into the net behind home plate. That'll keep the count at 0-2. Despite the weather, still a good crowd on hand here for this ball game that stuck around after the delay to see the finish. Gafford steps in, shows bunt. Here's the pitch from Gum. That one's outside. Knowles pops up to keep Hawk at first base. She goes back to first safely. 1-2 strikes now for Gafford with 2 outs. Here in the top of the 6th inning. She shows bunt again. Pulls back. Here's the pitch. That one's inside. For ball 2, evens the count up at 2-2. Gafford, a 190 hitter, steps back in. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Jalissa Gum ends the inning for the Bulldogs. 1 run off 2 hits, 1 error. 2 runners stranded as Jalissa Gum gets her 8th strikeout of the afternoon. We move to the bottom of the 6th inning. Arkansas Tech leads 4-1. Don't go anywhere. This is Golden Sun Softball. Welcome back to the Chartwell's Women's Sports Complex. Patrick Camerling here on Carve, Russell, Villanola, and ArkansasTechSports.com. We move to the bottom of the 6th inning. Arkansas Tech leading 4-1 as Alex Bollinger will step to the plate and lead things off here. The third baseman after the lightning delay. Looks to face Haney for the first time as she watches a fastball go outside. 4-1. 1 ball, no strikes now for Bollinger, the left-handed hitter. Watches a fastball inside for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike now. Another fastball finds the inside part of the plate for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Alex Bollinger. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Haney. Bollinger held up as that one got past the catcher Trotter. One ball, 2 strikes now as Haney delivers the pitch. That one's inside and it hits Bollinger. She'll take first base. And with no outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning, the Golden Suns have a runner on and Alex Bollinger as Sydney Henson, the center fielder, will step to the plate for her 3rd at-bat of the afternoon in her last appearance in the 5th inning. Singled over to third base. A .363 hitter on the season is Henson as she swings on a high fastball for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike now with no outs, and Bollinger on first base for the Suns. A lot of speed on the bases if Henson can get on with Bollinger. Haney gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Bollinger thought about going. Gets a big lead after the pitch as Henson is rung up with another strike. 0-2 count on her now. Gabby Vasquez awaits in the on-deck circle. Let's head back to the top of the lineup. Haney gets the sign. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Henson. Makes contact. Right field is going to be a blooper in shallow right field. It gets down. Henson holds up at first. Bollinger gets to second. And with no outs, Sydney Henson gets her 2nd single of the afternoon. And the Golden Suns look to add to their 3-run lead. They have 2 runners on, and Gabby Vasquez in the top of the lineup at the plate now. Vasquez, 0 for 2 on the afternoon, a .244 hitter. Watches a fastball dive into the zone for strike 1. 0-1 count now for Vasquez. Coronado in the on-deck circle as Haney gets the sign, delivers a pitch as Vasquez shows bunt and pulls back, and rightfully so, as that one was a little high for ball 1 of the count. 1 ball, 1 strike now for Vasquez. And he gets the sign. Here's the 1-1 pitch. She shows bunt, pulls back for another ball. 2 balls, 1 strike now on Gabby Vasquez. Vasquez in her last appearance lined out to the pitcher in Haney. Walked before that, grounded out to the second baseman before that. Gets a bunt down, but it rolls foul. Showing off the speed as she gets to first base, but we'll have to come back and await a 2-2 pitch from Haney. Two balls, 2 strikes, no outs, 2 runners on. Here's the pitch from Haney. She turns on that one. The second baseman's there, but fumbles it on the glove, but she's going to get it over to Kirk at first. That's King with a nice save. Records the out on Vasquez, but not before she does her job and advances both the runners into scoring position. Sydney Henson is now at second base. Bollinger at third as the right-handed hitter and shortstop, and Sarah Coronado steps to the plate for her 4th at-bat of the afternoon. Here's the first pitch from Haney, an off-speed pitch. Finds the zone for a strike. No balls, 1 strike now for Coronado. Here's the pitch from Haney with 1 out. Outside for ball 1, 1-1 count now after the fastball. Coronado walked in her last appearance. .240 hitter on the season. The runner, she's a .267 hitter as another fastball goes outside for ball 2 of the count. 2 balls, 1 strike now for Sarah Coronado. She turns on this fastball to center field. Hawk gets under it. They're going to send Bollinger from third. There'll be a play at the plate. She slides under it, but Trotter makes the catch in time to tag her, and that's going to do it here in the 6th inning as Arkansas Tech is retired after a great play from center field to get the double play by Tori Hawk to Trotter to finish it off with the tag. 4-1 is the lead for the Golden Suns. They're 3 outs away from recording the win. And don't go anywhere. This is Golden Sun softball. Top of the 7th inning, Arkansas Tech leads 4-1. Patrick Camerling here on Carve, Russellville, and Ola, and also on ArkansasTechSports.com. Glad to have you here with us still after the long lightning delay. We're able to hold off, though, thus far, as a lot of storms are headed towards the area. Trying to finish up this ball game. Arkansas Tech is 3 outs away from getting a series win, as they swept SWOSU yesterday, 2-0 in the first game, 3-0 in the second game. Jalissa Gum having a great day in the circle today with 8 strikeouts, picking up where she left off yesterday, recording 35 strikeouts in 2 games. As she will face Sydney Kirk. Delivers a first pitch fastball right down the middle. 0-1 count now on Kirk. Kirk, 317 hitter, struck out in her first appearance, walked in her second. She shows bunt, pulls back. Jalissa Gum delivers a fastball. This one in the dirt. Evens the count up at 1-1. Leading off, she's batting .750. So not a bad person at the plate for the Bulldogs in this situation. Steps in, here's the 1-1 pitch. Another fastball. Great looking pitch by Jalissa Gum. Finds the outside part of the plate for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Kirk. Gum gets the sign from Knowles, and here's the pitch. Turns on that one, foul into the net behind home plate. Keeps the count at 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, no outs. Here's the pitch from Gum. Just a bit outside, another good-looking pitch. Evens the count up at 2-2. Wind played a factor at the plate for batters this afternoon. It's been very, very gusty as Kirk turns on it, but a great catch by Bollinger at third to record the out. A line drive right at her, had to just stick her glove up in front of her face to snag it, to record the first out of this 7th inning. Suns 2 outs away from getting the win. Here's the first pitch to Bailey King is a strike from Gum. Fastball on the outside part of the plate. 0-1 count on King. King, a .221 hitter. Awaits the 0-1 pitch. Here it is. Inside for a ball, a little low and inside from Gum. Like an off-speed pitch that just kind of got away from her. Evens the count up at 1-1. King steps in, shows bunt as Gum gets the sign. Swings and misses as she pulls back the bunt attempt. 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Bailey King. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here's the pitch from Gum to King. Swing and chopped foul. Trying to stay alive there. Count will stay out 1-2 for King. Gum gets the sign from Knowles. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Jalissa Gum gets her 9th strikeout of the day, and the Suns are 1 out away from getting the win. Top of the lineup here in the last hope for the Bulldogs, and nobody better to do it for the Bulldogs. Abigail Shoddy, a senior, batting a team-high 370 for the Bulldogs. She shows bunt, pulls back as a fastball goes outside for a ball for her. First pitch from Gum, 1-0 count now for Shoddy. The left-handed hitter steps in, shows bunt, but will pull back. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Low for another ball as Knowles goes out to discuss some strategy with her pitcher Gum. 2-0 count now for Shoddy, and 0 for 3 on the afternoon. Had a big day at the plate yesterday, though. As she swings and chops the ball foul down the left field line for the first strike of the at-bat. 2 balls, 1 strike. For her as she steps in and awaits a 2-1 pitch from Gum. Gum gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Say she went around on it for the second strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. And the Bulldogs are down to their last strike here. Shoddy steps in. Gum gets the sign from Knowles. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Here's the pitch. Hit this good night at first. She grabs it, tags the base, and that's going to do it. Your final score, Arkansas Tech 4, Southwestern Oklahoma State 1. Final stat line for the Bulldogs: 1 run off 4 hits and 3 errors. For Arkansas Tech, 4 runs off 7 hits and 1 error. Due to the weather and the look to my northwest over here and looking at the radar, I'm not sure we're going to get in the 4th game of the series. Arkansas Tech wins the series after winning all 3 games, as both teams are shaking hands now to indicate that that's going to do it for the series here. And our action here on Carb, Russellville, and Ola, and ArkansasTechSports.com. Arkansas Tech will finish the regular season at 35-20, 29-14 in GAC play. Southwestern Oklahoma will finish at 18-33 and 12-29 in GAC play as we move to postseason play. Arkansas Tech sits at 10th in the region right now in the Central Region polls. Need to get to 8 to make it to NCAA play, and a good showing at the conference tournament next weekend in Bentonville could possibly do that. A couple of big wins and making it to the championship game, maybe even winning the championship for sure, will get you into the postseason. Paul Smith will be on the call for those games. Follow along with all the action on the Great American Sports.com website, also on ArkansasTechSports.com. Wonder Boys baseball will be in action at Tech Field next weekend as well for the conference tournament as they are hosting the first round. But until then, Arkansas Tech winners over SWOSU 4-1 here in Game 3 and win the series. I'm Patrick Kammerling. So long, everybody.